You know, by making this video, I am probably decreasing the chance of any of this happening again. But whatever. I've wanted to brag about this for a long time. And now, I finally have the outlet to do so. Let me tell you wonderful people a little something. If I had a nickel for every time I ran to a shiny and got Pokeross in the same playthrough, I'd have 2 nickels. Which isn't a lot, but it's going to happen twice, right? But I'm getting ahead of myself. In this video, I shall regale you all of my shiny and Pokeross encounters. And to do that, we have to travel back to 2015. I'm a freshman in high school, and Chuck Conroy has started his new Let's Play of Pokemon Platinum. About 10 episodes in, I decided to pick up my own copy of Platinum and get back into playing it. I did so and had fun. Then in 2016, I replayed Explorers of Sky. But then 2017, I'm a junior in high school, and once again, I had an itch to replay Platinum. I reached the Pokemon League, and just need to grind some levels for the Elite Four. I did so in Route 222. I was grinding my Lucario when it happened. An Electabuzz appeared, but this one looked different. My heart began to race. Then I saw and heard it. Sparkle swirled the Electabuzz. Could this be? I said. But it is, the Electabuzz said to me. I had encountered my first shiny Pokemon, and it was in Platinum, my first main series Pokemon game, back when odds were still 1 in 8,192. I took care to only use weak attacks, and when Electabuzz got to half health, I started chucking balls. I've heard horror stories of badly timed crits, and then I caught it. My very first shiny. For a while after I caught it, I would use it in contests, and then eventually transferred it to Pokemon Home. And since then, Electabuzz has always had a special place in my heart. Next, in the same year of 2017, I got a copy of Ultra Sun for Christmas. I started playing it on December 25th, and the very next day, December 26th, 2017, I checked my Pokemon after going through one of the early routes, and saw a marker that said Pokeruss under their names. I healed at the Pokemon Center, where Nurse Joy confirmed that my Pokemon had Pokeruss. And in case you guys don't know, while shinies are rare enough, even in the newer games where shiny odds are increased to be 1 in 4,096, the chance of Pokeruss happening is 1 in 21,845. And I encountered it by accident, because I didn't have enough money for repels. And remember earlier when I said I got a shiny and Pokeruss in the same playthrough? Yeah, well this was the first occasion. Just 4 days later, on December 30th, 2017, in the same Ultra Sun playthrough, I encountered a shiny Magnemite. So a 1 in 8,000 shiny, 1 in 21,000 Pokeruss, and a 1 in 4,000 shiny. If I did my math right, then the odds of all of that happening is 1 in 732,907,089,920, and that is where the title comes from. Getting 2 shinies and Pokeruss in the same year taught me a very important lesson. If you want good things to happen to you in Pokemon, then just don't use repels. And I haven't. Since 2017, I don't use repels unless I'm in a hurry or need momentum for a ramp. This will lead me to my second shiny encounter, a shiny Zigzagoon and Omega Ruby, which like Electabuzz, I would use in contests. Shiny Zigzagoon is special to me, more so than shiny Electabuzz. Sure, shiny odds have doubled, but not only does shiny Zigzagoon just look better, but Zigzagoon was my little brother's first shiny. A few days after I started replaying Omega Ruby in 2018, my brother started to replay his copy of Alpha Sapphire, and just a few days after I caught my shiny Zigzagoon, he caught his own. Shiny Zigzagoon is special to me, even though it's not my first, or the rarest. It symbolizes a bonding moment my brother and I shared. He even named his shiny Zigzagoon First Shiny. Well, I named mine's Hazel. Ain't that cute? From there, my luck calmed down a bit. Aside from Pokemon Go shinies, which are more common, and the shiny Caterpie in Pokemon Quest, I didn't really encounter any more shinies. Until March 5th, 2021, baby! I was replaying Let's Go Eevee, and catching Chanseys to grind levels for red, when boom! Shiny Chansey! Granted, I did have a catch combo, which increased the shiny odds, but hey, I don't think anyone's gonna be mad about a free shiny. Then we stay in 2021 with Pokemon White. But let me explain a quick story. When Pokemon Black and White first released, I never got them. In 2021, I went through a too cool for Pokemon phase, and decided to skip Black and White and their sequels. A decision I went to regret for the next 10 years. Not only because I'd hear people praise Gen 5 for being some of the best Pokemon games, but also because when Pokemon Home was released in 2022, it hit me that since I didn't have a Gen 5 game, I couldn't transfer Pokemon from Platinum to Bank, and subsequently Home. Was Electabuzz destined to be stuck in Platinum forever? What if something happened to the cartridge? Is that it? But when Christmas was coming around last year, my sister asked me what I wanted her to get me for Christmas. I initially told her that I'd think about it, but after she left, it hit me. I searched up GameStop Pokemon Black and White, and there it was. Being sold for $70 was a used copy of Pokemon White. Oh, sister. And don't worry, I bought her a $90 Disney bag, so I'd call it even. So yeah, while I was 10 years late, I finally got to play Pokemon White. And boy did I miss out because I had a lot of fun. And thinking about it, I still watch the anime and Let's Plays in my too cool for Pokemon phase. So what was 10-year-old me thinking? And yeah, I was 10 years old. Prime Pokemon age. What was I thinking? So just like Ultra Sun before, I played it on Christmas Day. And just a few days later, Shiny Frillish. Yup, another 1 in 8,000 shiny. And as if it couldn't get any better, on January 5th, 2022, Pokerus again. A 1 in 8,000 shiny, along with Pokerus. See kids, this is why you should stop using your repels. Were there times I just wanted to bite the bullet so that I could go through a grass patch without encountering something every 5 steps? Sure. Were caves an absolute nightmare? Oh yes. Was it worth it? You bet a tall glass of milk it was. Nowadays, all my shiny Pokemon are safe in Pokemon Home, ready for me to use in a playthrough. Or you know, just keep in home forever, so that I could look and brag about them. So yeah, those are all my shiny stories so far. And the 2 times I got a shiny Pokerus in the same playthrough. What are your stories? After hearing my experiences, will you give up repels? Let me know. I'd love to hear it. I don't know how to end off this video. I really just wanted to brag about this stuff. Most of the people I try to talk to about this stuff don't really care. Have a nice day.